Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jared here with another concert review. This is for Guns N' Roses, the fourth show of the Because What You Want and What You Get Are Two Completely Different Things tour in Bangkok, Thailand on May 13th, 2025. This was at the Thunderdome. First thing I want to say about this show was it was originally supposed to be at the Thunderdome Stadium, which holds 15,000. But at the last second, I want to say it was like a day or two prior, they changed it to the Thunderdome, which is a way smaller auditorium that holds about 3,500 people. They didn't give an exact reasoning why they changed venues, but one can surmise that it was because of ticket sales. And I heard that they're struggling to sell tickets at some of these other shows on the tour so far too, like in the UK. So, since Slash and Duff reunited in 2016, this is one of the smallest venues that they've played. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So they start with Welcome to the Jungle. Then it was Bad Obsession, Mr. Brownstone, Live and Let Die, Chinese Democracy, Coma, Perhaps, Double Talk and Jive, It's So Easy, Slither, Estranged, Better, Sorry, You Could Be Mine, Rocket Queen, and Civil War. Now, out of all those songs, the only thing I really wanted to mention was before Coma, they were trying to decide what song they wanted to do next, and they did Rock, Paper, Scissors. After Civil War, they did New Rose, with Duff on lead vocals, of course. So 2 shows in a row that he's done New Rose, which is strange but interesting. Then Knocking on Heaven's Door, and they're continuing to do that shortened version of Knocking on Heaven's Door, which is about 7 minutes long, much needed. Then they went into Hard School, Absurd, Slash Guitar Solo, Sweet Child of Mine, November Rain, Night Train, and Paradise City. 25 songs, no encore. They went straight through, played about, I assume, 2 hours and 45 minutes. A little bit shorter than what they normally do. And it, once again, kind of reminds me of that first show of the tour where I wonder if there were curfew issues that they were possibly dealing with, where they couldn't do like their usual set. But no real surprises in this one at all. And I have to say, this is the first show of the whole entire tour that fans are really starting to get a little impatient here, and they're starting to get frustrated because we haven't gotten any real surprises. We haven't gotten any new songs. And I mentioned this in my last review, but this tour compared to the last tour has just been disappointing. Not just for me, but for a lot of Guns N' Roses fans, because that last tour did have a lot more surprises and a lot more set list changes. This set list, once again, very reminiscent of what we've gotten over the last few years, which is not that surprising, but the only thing that they're really doing is maybe switching up the order of the songs, maybe playing a song earlier one night, playing it later another night, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. I wanted to talk about the show artwork real quick. It was interesting. It's kind of like a ticket stub, as you can see next to me. And as far as the attire that any of the band members were wearing, once again, Axl just wearing, like, he's not wearing this the whole show, but he's been wearing this outfit for a good portion of the shows on this tour. Just a black t-shirt and some chains. And I saw Slash on this show was wearing a it was like a Nike parody shirt. Once again in this show, another disappointment. No Pretty Tied Up, and no The General. I don't think I've talked about this enough in my reviews. They released The General at the end of the last tour, and they played it on the last 2 shows of the tour, and it has not shown up on this tour at all. This is the first time I've ever really followed a Guns N' Roses show at work, because I had to work this morning. Show time was at 8 o'clock over there in Thailand, and it was at 9 a.m. over here on the States, on the East Coast in Florida. And unfortunately I had to work, but did my best to follow along on the MyGNR forum and on setlist.fm. And looking at some of the fan reaction, I remember one thing that I remember people saying was that Axl still sounds really bad on Coma, and that he's just struggling really, really badly on that song, unfortunately. But yeah, Guns N' Roses fans are frustrated and they're fed up, and it's understandable. This is they gotta be better, and it all comes down to Axl, to be honest with you. I mean, he's the one that's really in charge of this band, and he calls all the shots. And we got to get some new songs in here. We got to get some surprises. I'm sure the new songs will come at some point, but we're 4 shows in and still nothing. We would hope at this point that there'd be like something that we can like at least hold on to, you know, even if it's like just one new song. It's like we can at least like listen and watch the live performances and compare them from show to show to show, and that'll keep each show interesting, even if there aren't any other changes in the set list. But yeah, just not much going on with these shows right now, unfortunately. And yeah, it's just disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. I'm kind of wondering, like, in the future, if these shows continue to be so similar like this, how I'm gonna do reviews. But I'm gonna do my darndest to continue to pull out these reviews and give you all my thoughts and perspectives, along with other Guns N' Roses fans' thoughts and perspectives. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Please let me know if you went to the show, what you thought of the show. If you didn't go to the show but watch video clips online, what did you think of the performances? What did you think of the outfits that they were wearing? And what did you think of the set list? And what do you expect to come in the future? I really appreciate your feedback. I really try to respond to every single thing that I get. Thank you all so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.